Hey, Scott, how's it going, buddy? Hey, Salvador, how you doing? Happy Monday. Hey, Wendy, how are you? Great, great, great. Let's see what we got here. I'm blessed, blessed. Thank you. Just trying to get some of the stuff here straightened out a little bit. Yeah, I'm blessed. Having a pretty good day. But but me pretty much. Hey, Miss Shine, how you doing? I've learned my days is all what I make them, pretty much. Just praying for the people in Mississippi. I know they going through a lot. Six, you doing 678 Scott for column one midday? Yeah. Oh, I think about now too. I'd mirror it. I'd play column one as long as been out long as you say. I'd 50 cent box that column, probably straight box that column. If you know if you got the money to play with like that. But I definitely mirror it. I mirror the one, two, three. Sure. Yeah, and I guess you're saying that my title, sooner or later, the numbers have to line up where you can hit them. Um, with pick through green glass by the law of average. Or I think somebody I was speaking to a subscriber and she said the law of possibilities. Oh, great, 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 great. Glad to hear it, Miss Shine. Um, she says the law of probabilities, where you know more than likely things are a thing to be continual to come out a certain kind of way, and that's what pick through at a glance does. It's set up for sooner or later. Those numbers, if you're tracking the actual numbers in your state, you're going to be able to see them lining up. And that's where it's been very beneficial to me. I've been able to hit them straight a lot of times now because I just wait until the numbers lined up, just like I'm waiting on the other numbers to line up. instead of chasing all those different numbers and not knowing what's going on with them. And I'm gonna still, pick through at a glance is the most effective strategy that's out there. If was you didn't have it, okay. Well, hey, Salvador, like I say, if you in the game to win it, it won't be the first one you miss, and the show ain't gonna be the last one. But the only thing about that, when you miss, you're not, I guess, not knowing where you're going to get your next numbers from. If you're tracking all 1,000 numbers, you're gonna always know where the numbers at in your estate. Uh, you can't help but know. You ain't gonna be able to play them all anyway. If you can play them all, you won't need to play. That's $1,000 to $500 a lick, depending on how you play it. But me, I see the numbers, and I know I ain't gonna be able to hit them all. But I mean, I knew them eights was gonna hit on the back end this year, because it only hit on the back end when the triple eights fell. You know. But you have to have your numbers, and your numbers, you stick with them and play them on a consistent basis. Then when you hit, you reinvest into the numbers, and that's how you hit, and especially. Yeah, that'll happen. But like I say, you'll still get them if you play consistently. Um, I've had that happen, but it didn't really perturb me. I mean, you'd be a little upset about it. I would be telling a tale if I didn't say you wouldn't be a little upset about it. But you're gonna have a comeback if you're tracking the numbers, and you got something else to fall on. But if you're not tracking those actual 1,000 numbers and seeing what they're doing, you really don't have any idea of what's going on. Like I said, the 92 ain't been out in 18 months on the back end. I ain't worried about it. I know, I know it's gonna come, and when it come, I'll hit them pretty good. I'm sure about that, and that's what makes me stay steady on my numbers. And I don't play a whole lot of numbers. I play about $10, $12, and when I hit, I know just how to cut back or how to add the numbers. But I'm not just cutting back and adding back on any numbers, any numbers. I know what numbers to do it on. And the same way, like I say, people, if they plan midday and evening, and using pick three at a glance as a strategy, find out what number didn't come midday or didn't come evening, and play the same number. Don't play different numbers for midday and evening. Yeah, okay, right. They did do that 6 8 to midday. Yeah, that's what I mean by tracking. Yep. You can't, like I say, you can't play them all, but when you made them up, when you pair them up, you're good to go. Yeah. Yeah. You say, but they look like you said the 682, and on midday, the back pair 82. Yep. And the pair 62 left and on the position chart, and they called it. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Just like I know uh, the 9 2 and the 19 on the front, and I know that 193 on evenings ain't failed like this is a March of 2022. That's a year. That's when I start looking numbers. That's a year out. Them are the numbers I start looking for by the law average to come into play. And that 193 is my everyday carry. I play at 50 cents straight. That ain't no big money. And I put 50 cent on that 19 on the front and 50 cent on the 93 on the back. So if 19 come on the front or the 93 on the back, I just take that $30 or the $60, depending on how I play it, uh, and reinvest it right back into the 193 because that's my number. I know why I'm playing that number. Any of my numbers and any of your numbers, you're gonna always know why you're playing the number because you can track the front pair, the back pair, the single digit, and the actual number. And like I know that one, and that's easy to remember. Okay, March 193 is a year out. I know. I ain't got to worry about that one because by working law average, it's gonna come out some form. Like the 193 straight and the 19 front and the 93 on the back end for 30 cents, like that. But I'm always playing numbers that I know something about. But yeah, they're gonna roll out. I'm going, and you got to look, Scott. You got to realize too that 7-7 ain't hit on the strategy number 2 on the back end yet. Them double sevens. Now, I mean, if you're playing triple sevens, and I know that double seven I just told you about, I would definitely be looking at maybe putting a little more extra on those triple sevens if I'm playing triple sevens. But you know how I feel about triples. I think I mentioned again about I only play up toward the end of the year. But I'm telling you, the 7-7 hasn't hit on all the numbers that failed this month yet. On the back, the 2 sevens in the second and the last spot. That gears me up. Like I said, the 1 year where 7 sevens, no 7 hit for 2 months. Only way you're gonna know that is tracking. It took for 2 months, and I caught triple sevens on the back end of this month. So I think it hit. The only time it hit was the 729. You can check it, Scott, and see if I'm right. It only hit on the front end of 729. That's easy to remember because that's my birthday number. But like I say, I don't play my birthday unless I got a reason to carry it. But people are hitting and letting me know they're hitting and uh, picture at a glance, pretty much. So, but they, the law average is going to rotate in everybody's state and everybody draw different, and that's why it's important to track your own numbers, and that's how it works. Let's see. Uh, 588 came out last night, and then like Scott said, I think midday the 682 came out. 8 only played on the front one time, and then it played on the back one time when the triple H came out. So that's and now this month they played twice already. So that's pretty much like I say, tracking. Well. One time I had a memory like an elephant. It's kind of hard to remember everything now. But when you start tracking the actual 1,000 numbers and knowing why you plan the numbers, you'll be able to memorize a lot of stuff why you plan it and how you plan it and plan the actual numbers. You'll know what back pair, front pair hasn't failed and how to play them. You'll be playing a realistic strategy like that. Yeah. Yeah. 588 failed last night. And that's the part of the pair didn't fall in February. But and sooner or later they're gonna line up with your numbers that you planned. The main thing is, like I say, the consistency. And now, do you have to play every day? Might be weighing out as far as playing every day. Uh, Even if you don't play every day, you're gonna need to play on a consistent basis to hit, pretty much. You know, for when your numbers come out. So for when your numbers come out. You played same number for 2 years and it didn't come out? Yeah. And you stopped and it came the same number in 2 years and it didn't come out. Yeah, yeah, that can happen. Um, I got a number that I'm playing now, a couple of them. Uh, I play them when I play them all the time. I bet you were. I bet you were. But let's say now you're no better unless you're just gonna make that your number to play every day. I got one ain't been out in 18 months. You really bad at. Oh, you really bad at. Do you have the app? I think you have the app, don't you, Wendy? Did I give you the app? Okay, good, good, Sabda. I showed you the app, and finding the base numbers are going to always be right there. And you still have a problem finding the base numbers? They'll always be in the rundown. They're going to always be in the rundown. There's only 22 of them. But they come six different, the doubles come three different ways. And the straights come six different ways. And the triples can only come one way. But you'll figure it out. It's pretty simple. Once you know the 22 numbers, they'll pop out right at you when you do them, Wendy. They really will. Hey, Pick and Play, how you doing? Good to see you. You see that 588, all that's coming off them columns, that 855 and an 588 coming off that 229 and 992 column. Did you see that, Pick and Play? It's coming off that column. So I wouldn't be surprised if one of them pop out sooner or later. Soon. You cooking a sweet potato pie? Okay, I hear you. That sounds good. Sweet potato pies always sound good to me. Okay, all right, Scott. Oh, okay, all right. You back to cooking? All right. Good. All right. But let's see, you say. Off the opposite columns. They do that too in Missouri on that 070 and that 707. Yeah. Let's see. Psalm 20. You devastated. Oh, I got 534. Yeah. You want to show me your board? I guess you could take a picture of it and send it to my phone. You play 5-8 Saturday. Okay. Oh, hey, whenever you decide they got to play the numbers every day, you don't have to play them every day. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah. The 299 up to 20, and you played 220. Yeah. I bet you do upload your tickets. Uh, I think we all. I think. Hey, pick and play. I think we got our all share tickets that we can upload. You know, Missouri. Oh, I believe you. Believe me, I believe you. Yeah. Just take your time. You just let. Hey, my kind of philosophy is don't try to hit the numbers. Let the numbers hit you. Pick and play. Don't try to hit all the numbers. Let the numbers hit you. I sure will. It always has a soft spot in most people's hearts, especially mine. You'll be all right. You, but the 992 and the 292 will be my daily carry. Now I do run the mirror of them, the 447 and 774, because that's the way the states are going. Look like kind of, So, but that's no. What you get upset about that at 597? The pressure went up. Yeah, yeah. 200. That's pretty high. Oh, I hear you. Winning twos. Hey, how you doing, Hey Miss? How you doing? Glad you was able to join us today. Yeah, yeah. But hey, like I say, kind of let the numbers hit you. You get them and look like you got enough to play them, to hit them and wait them out. Pick and play. And tracking the numbers. I'm putting up the numbers pretty much that I see. You probably see more. You play the sums and you have different strategies that you use. But like I said, that 7-7, if you've been tracking that 7-7 on strategy 2 and hit the back this month now, you know, the double sevens. The only seven that failed this month on the front end was the 729. And so like you say, so you talking about that 597 must have hit midday. You was playing midday on that 597. Unless I missed something. I don't think it's no 597 play the evening. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's my daily carry. Thanks for letting me know that. That 574. Yeah, that's my daily carry. Yeah, yeah. You played at midday. I figured that. Yeah. But like I say, the 77 on the back end ain't played. So like I said, if I was playing when I hit, I would definitely run 77 something, 077, 177, 277, 377 down like that. They call 185. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Only play some fives. Yeah, yeah. ViTrack or number sums of the set. ViTrack and number sums, just summing up the numbers are the same thing. Yep, that 158. Your column. Yep. Oh, the sum fives. Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, you're going for 600 a dollar straight. Okay. Wild ball mess. I have to see what that is. I have no idea what that is about. But what is that? Like the fireball they have in other states or something? I don't know. A wild ball mess in April. I haven't been keeping up with that stuff, but I don't think it's going to affect the strategy. Okay. I don't think it's going to affect our strategy. It's just a little added incentive to play pick three to me. Okay. We have anybody new on here? Pick three at a glance. Hi, Evangelist Force. What states are they from? Missouri, Illinois. They're from all over, Miss Force. All over. Those that are watching and I've gotten called from China, so they're all over. China, where else? Mexico. I get calls from all over, so no telling where they might be from. They put, yeah, they do. You'll see your three numbers and the pick four numbers. Yeah, yeah. Um, Now the Psalms though I have the VTrack. Is the VTrack and the Psalms the same thing, or is that a different strategy? I think I asked Scott that already. Is that what's say a dry track, VTrack? I don't. I'm not familiar with that. The Psalms you can be pretty. It's pretty self-explanatory with the numbers, but the VTrack is that what you call it? Is that pretty much the same? So I don't. Yeah, V track. Oh, it's a little different, but you use the sun to call the numbers. Oh, okay. I guess I have to look into that a little bit more. I tried all kind of different strategies, but I just, like I said, um, tracking actual 1,000 numbers just show me more. I get calls with people with, uh, with different strategies and things like that. And but like I tell everybody, if it's working for you, that's the bottom line to me. I just tell them pretty much tracking the actual 1,000 numbers supplement with what they have. Oh, the pick five, yeah, the pick five. Like I said, I mean, you could say V tracks or straight plays if you got an idea of what's being called out. Also, V track is mean you're just going to play them straight. You're not going to play them box because you got a pretty good idea that they're going to come straight like that. Is that what you're saying, Scott? And the pick five is okay. Thanks. The pick five is pick four, pick five. If I wanted to play like that and play continuously, I have a certain set of numbers I would just play every day. There's no way to track those, and especially pick five, 100,000, 1 in 100,000 odds. There's no one individual can come up with a single strategy in my book that's going to be able to do it. And if you're tracking these threes, you're gonna know it takes some what's going on with tracking these numbers to find out and figure out what numbers are going to come out. Most people are trying to find out what numbers are coming out the next day. And on most of the strategies, 90% of the strategies that I look at, they always figure it out after the number then came, not before the number then come. And then they mirror and flip numbers to fit the number that came out the day prior. But I'm saying if it works, it works. But I mean, that's a lot of work to me. I just like looking at the numbers, knowing what numbers, um, knowing when the column is due, knowing when the numbers are due, and go from there. And knowing when the front pair is due, knowing when the back pair is due, it's going from there. Knowing what a single pair is due, going from there. Or a single digit in what position. But there's nothing that you're going to be able to do with those 10,000 and 100,000 when they come out with that. 10,000, pick three, as everybody knows, got the best odds of all the games. And it's not a cakewalk, but it's got those 1,000 numbers more work by all of them work by law of average if you can play them long enough. The 100,000 going to work. The 10,000s are going to work. You say mid-month, if a column don't hit, a column can take a column could take 30 days, 6 days, and 90 days. What you're looking for, let me go back here. What you're looking for is working with the law average and seeing what numbers are left for your columns. You're going to have to collect your data. Elex or German, is that right? Elex German or German for sure. And once you collect your data, Like I think I mentioned this before, from present back to January 2022, find out what numbers are left, then you know on what column, when those columns don't hit, you know what numbers are more likely to come out off those columns. All those columns mirror each other. Each number on each column is number and the opposite is in each column. Now, if you see a column ain't fail in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, first thing you're gonna look at is that column is the number and the mirror that didn't fall out. Okay. And then you want to look at, is it possible to play that whole column straight box if you didn't hit or accumulated numbers that you've hit and you got the money to invest in doing the whole column. If I can't play the whole column, I invest in the number and its opposite didn't fall out. Like if 1, 2, 3 didn't fall out in column 1 and 6, 7, 8 didn't fall out, then those two numbers I would definitely be playing. Or any other numbers that the opposite in the mirror didn't fall out on a column that you know ain't played. So 15 days on a column is not really that long. Okay? Because like I said, you got 365 days in a year, you got 1,000 numbers. You only got a third of those numbers that you're gonna hit every year if you played a different number every day. Exact. 10 numbers, you took 10 numbers, you took one of those columns, played them exact every day for the whole year average. Okay, something that's more than likely to happen than not. All right, so that's why I say you have to track and tracking the numbers make you be more realistic about playing and how to hit and win your numbers. See, 60, 90 days ain't nothing for me to carry a number, period. But when I hit. And then when I hit. I got the money to reinvest to hit more numbers because I know what I hit and the other ones ain't too far behind because I'm counting the numbers. Oh, okay. But I mostly play straight, not all the time. Well, pretty much I play straight because I know when the numbers are coming. I'll box certain numbers, but most of the numbers are straight. If that's deep text. Yeah. That's kind of what you're looking at, Elex. I think V-Track is kind of after, they said tracking a number down. Pretty much, you're gonna do a column every month. You're gonna do a master sheet every month. Okay, Elex. You're gonna do a column every month, a sheet every month. So you'll always know what columns ain't failed and what numbers ain't failed off that column on your master sheet. Okay. And as the numbers dwindle down, you'll always know where to get your numbers. Now, you always, as you tracking your numbers, you always know where the numbers that have not played. And those are the numbers working with the law numbers that have not played. And those are the numbers working with the law average or the numbers that you're looking at playing. Elex. That you're looking at playing, Elex. So that's why you have to go back and get your data from present to 2022. All right. Yeah, on April, you start with a master sheet. And normally what I do is the columns that don't hit, I put a little arrow in by me circling the numbers from month to month, I already know what numbers didn't hit. Then I also do a yearly sheet from, starting now, transferring or checking. When I check the monthly sheet, I just transfer the numbers that hit to the yearly sheet. That way I got another record of what numbers didn't that hit and didn't hit at a yearly stance from January to now that I got handy. So if I say, oh, these numbers ain't hit off of off of column 2 or column 3 or column 10 at a glance. That's what I do. But I mean, it's just as easy to go back through the month. If you got the sheets that you see that I set up, you can just flip through each month to see pretty much what didn't hit if you've been tracking them. Yeah. Okay, try to find winning numbers that's coming in the following day in most cases. Okay. Yeah, it is 6. Yeah, that's the sum of the number. Then they do date sums also that they have when they sum the date. Um, um, what's today's date sum, Scott, for today? I think that's what today is the 27th plus the 3 for the month. So that would be 12. Because today is the 27th plus the month. So 27 is 9 plus 3 is 12. So that'd be 3. Let's see, 27 plus 3 is 30. Okay, 3 plus 2 plus 7. Okay. So that'd be 12, right? Okay. But you usually try, or then if they doing a rundown, they try to make it into a 3, don't they, Scott? To see what number is attached to the 3 for the date sum when they do a rundown, whatever the rundowns they mostly implement, like the 111 rundown on a number. They find all the 3s, and if a 3 in there and they attach, they see if the number that's coming in is off of that. That is a little detailed, because they'd break that down to a 3, wouldn't they, Scott, for the date sum? Okay. All right. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate it. Any other questions on Pick Thread Glance? Once you get the sheets and get everything set up, it's going to be take y'all 5 or 10 minutes to mark everything off. I got individual, like little sheets that I just, make up and I mark them off in about 5 minutes or so. You done, and you know everything it is about the numbers. Texas used to use number sums, but they stopped. Oh, okay. You say you have sums and sums to where you set the for you to get the sum. Okay. So you mean by using that method, you could figure out what number Texas was going to play, Ms. Sean? Using the method you just described, or it stopped working or something? Is that what you're referring to? When you say the number is stopped, they stopped using the sums. And Wendy, also, you don't have to wait for the numbers to come in to try to find the base numbers. Just make up some numbers for yourself. Just make up and run through some numbers and do the 1-1 rundown on them, and just look for the base numbers. After you do that a little bit, you'll have it. You don't have to wait for the number that came in to do it. You can just make up some numbers of your own. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 6, 4, 5, whatever. Put them into the app and just see if you can find the base number in there, and you'll catch right on to it. Once you do that, you'll have it. Believe it or not, this was all new to me too at one time. Even though I created it, it was still new to me to put it together, especially the strategy number 2. Strategy 2 was more difficult. Yeah, strategy 2 was, because I still have time trying to find all 3 of the pairs, all the pairs subtype. Oh, okay, great, good for you. Correct, Alex. I mean, Alex. Yes, you can play them in a different order, but from talking with a lot of subscribers and myself, I found that a lot of times they come exactly like they are on the columns. But I do, if I'm playing it in a different order, Alex, if I'm playing it in a different order, I also play it the way it is on the column, 50 cents straight. Well, thank you for that, Evangelist. Thank you so much for that compliment. But yes, that's how and I think it's because everything's in numerical order. It must be what it is. Because I say, the numbers have to rotate by the law, average, or the law of possibilities. That's a new term I learned. Every time I learn a new term, I kind of like a new term. I like it. I try to start using it. The law of possibilities. The law is it's going to more than likely than not come out that way each time. So yeah, I noticed that also, and I from other subscribers I talked to, they say, "Well, I played that and it came exactly like it was on the column." I said, "Okay, yeah, it was." So that's what I do. I do invest 50 cents in it on the straight or a dollar. It depends on what your pocket's like, you know. But like I say, my pockets are pretty good because I only play pretty much when I hit. That's why I have the money reinvest into my numbers because when I hit, I know where I'm going to play. But other than that, I stay on my budget and play like that. Because if I see a column ain't hit 90 days, you can go 120 days on a column. And I'll invest in that straight box. But like I say, I definitely play the numbers and the opposites if I don't play the whole column. Play with. That's time is on your side if you're tracking all 1,000 numbers. Time is on your side. You just got to be patient. Time is on your side. If you're tracking those numbers. All right, any other questions or anything? Appreciate everybody's good, y'all. I'm telling you, them numbers you just like duck shooting ducks off a limb or something. All right, family. Play up to make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless.